What's up and welcome back to Vibe with Me. We are now vibing. Today we're gonna get down on some spaghetti. We're gonna make a real hearty sauce. We're gonna put some mushrooms and we're gonna put some bell peppers. This sauce is gonna be oozing with flavor. And I have a secret ingredient that's gonna take your spaghetti up a notch. So if you wanna check it out, follow along. All right, first we're gonna start off with our meat. I don't make meatballs because I like the meat, chunky. So our pan is nice and hot. I added some oil. Now we're gonna throw in half of our diced onions. These onions are gonna give your dish so much flavor. So we really wanna cook these down and get them nice and brown. Beautiful, so look at our onions, they're nice and brown. That's when you know that we're getting all the flavor. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our ground beef. And then our Italian sausage. I usually go 1 for 1. I like to break these up, but still leave them a little chunky. Throw some salt in here. All right, so our meat is nice and cooked. We're gonna go ahead and set this aside. We didn't put too much seasoning in our meat because all the flavor is coming from the sauce. Now that we're done with the meat, we're gonna go ahead and add the other half of our onion. We're gonna go ahead and cook these down, similar to how we cooked down our first batch of onions. All right, our onions are nice and brown. I'm gonna go ahead and add bell peppers. We're throwing our bell peppers in by themselves because our mushrooms are gonna cook a lot quicker. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of salt to season these up. All right, this is what we're looking for. They're broken down. They're nice and soft. If I take a bite, they still hold their shape, but they're not crunchy. And then I'm gonna add my mushrooms. And then we can just season just a little more. Smelling delicious. See, this is why I like to cut them really small in small pieces. That way they cook a lot quicker and they break down a lot easier. Our bell peppers, they're nice and small. Our mushrooms, they've also shrunk in size. Now we're gonna add our diced tomatoes with the juice. So I'll usually do 2 cans of diced tomatoes. All right, and then I'm gonna add my oregano, Italian seasoning, and salt. Get that in there, and then we're gonna do 2 bay leaves. And I'm gonna mince 4 garlic cloves inside. I'm gonna add marinara sauce just to thicken it out a bit. And then our secret recipe, we are adding cream cheese. Then I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and then we're gonna drop it down to simmer for 30 minutes. All right, cool, we're bubbling. Now we're gonna drop this. Let this cook through, let all the flavors combined, and I'm gonna go ahead and start on my pasta. 2 tips when making pasta. 1, when you're boiling your water, put a lid on it, it'll boil much quicker. And 2, when you're adding salt, you wanna make sure you add enough salt so that you can still see it on the bottom of the pot. That way you really bring out the pasta flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and throw these in here and then cook until al dente. All right, this looks delicious and it smells amazing. First, do not forget, pull out your bay leaves. You may have to dig for them. Okay, we're making this for dinner, so we're gonna mix everything up now. We got our pasta. And now for the star of the show. Yum. I'm just gonna mix. Now that we're all mixed, let's go ahead and pot it. Now, shall we taste? Make sure we get some of that meat. Some fresh basil, give it a little color. And then some fresh parm. And then we just dig in. There's so many different flavors in this dish. I especially love the veggie chunks. Every bite's different, you know. One bite you'll get bell pepper, the next bite you'll get some mushroom or that diced tomato. Yeah, this is seriously next level. And that's how you make some spaghetti. Don't forget the cream cheese. That's really what kicks this dish up a notch. The cream cheese just gives it some creaminess, you know? So, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like, hit subscribe. I'm always posting new content, so make sure you follow along. Thanks for vibing. I'll see you soon with a new recipe. Oh my gosh, I cannot stop crying. Look at my eyes. Oh my God. All these freaking onions.